Hey guys, my name is Summer McCoy, and I will be going over Genderlect Styles Theory. This is for Communications 3000, King University. Genderlect Styles, Chapter 34, was founded by Deborah Tennant, Griffin 2012. Genderlect is a term suggesting that masculine and feminine styles of discourse are best viewed as two distinct cultural dialects, Griffin 2012. Now, the first key concept is that there are obviously differences between genderlect and feminist approaches. While genderlect will state that women and men communicate, both of them speak different languages. The feminists do believe that men are trying to be superior to women in the way that they communicate. Griffin 2012. Now, there are two desires, men's and women's. Men desire status, while the women desire connection. Griffin 2012. Men are working hard to present their independence as they jockey for position on a hierarchy of competitive accomplishment, per Griffin 2012. While in the textbook, it spoke about how Harry and Sally, a good example, state that the women's desire for that intimacy threatens that freedom of men and sidetrack them from his quest to be one-up in all of his relationships. Griffin 2012. Another key concept is the differences between rapport, and report talk. Rapport talk is a typical conversational style of women which seeks to establish connection with others, Griffin 2012. Now, report talk is the typical monologic style of men, which seeks to command attention, convey information, and win arguments, Griffin 2012. Griffin 2012 used an example as stated above. The Harry met Sally and broke apart the types of talks. First, there is private speaking versus public speaking. The second is telling a story. Now, per Griffin 2012, when men aren't trying to be funny, they tell stories to be heroes. The third is listening. Women do this well, and they'd use eye contact, head nods, and will react with the short words to let that said person know that they're listening and interacting with the conversation. Griffin 2012. The fourth is asking questions. Now, women will ask them to establish a connection with others, while men think about that person is just considered wishy-washy. Griffin 2012. Lastly is conflict. Tannen states that men have an early warning system that is geared to detect signs that they are being told what to do. Now, this helps when conflict arises. Griffin 2012. Now, in the chapter, you can see that there are more similarities between the women and the men than there really are differences. The biggest similarity is the greater variability in communication styles. While we are socialized into this feminine and masculine communication style, the gender is a social construction and the sex is just biological. Griffin 2012. Overall, the theorist in this chapter, Tannen, suggests that women and men don't really understand each other. But rather, she believes that if sensitivity training was implied, it could really help the women. She also believes that the women need assertiveness to help with communicating to one another. Hopefully, with this information given, it can be taken into account for everyday life and give better insight on the theory in communication.